Yo, Nemi gang, welcome back to another Tekken 8 video, and this one is for my fellow cultured Steve Fox players out there. So a few months ago, there's some Steve tech that surfaced revolving around his Lionheart stance. Now, I didn't really cover this because at first I didn't feel as though it was that big of a deal, but to some extent it is, like it is and it isn't. Like, it works and it's good is all that matters. Okay, so I won't even waste your time. So this tech involves Steve using his backsway 1 whilst in Lionheart as a mid mix-up for the guard break. Okay, so backsway 1 is a safe mid that guarantees 14 frames. It guarantees 14 frames but leaves the opponent in a crouching status. So you can get either a guaranteed down forward 1-2 or a guaranteed Sonic Fang if you want to go into hit and for max damage. So I'm sure you've seen high level players like Booberman uses this a lot, and even Newman CH in the TWT finals was using this a lot as well. So like, let's say back 1-2 on hit going into Lionheart, right? And then he goes for backsway 1 as a mid mix-up. The idea behind this is Lionheart 1 comes out at 14 frames. So I think Namco intended for us to use Lionheart 1 as a mix-up for the guard break. The guard break being a high, of course, Lionheart 1 being a safe mid that comes out at 14 frames. But the thing is, Lionheart 1 feels a bit faster. It comes out at 14 frames, so it's 3 frames faster than Lionheart 1+2, the guard break, which comes out at 18 frames. So actually 14 frames slower, sorry, 4 frames slower, not 3 frames slower. Now, 4 frames might not feel like a lot, but sometimes in Tekken, I'm sure you guys have heard this a million times, you can sometimes react to something based on its animation and its sound. For example, Heihachi down back 2 is somewhere in between reactable and not reactable. I think the same applies to Jin's down 2. But Heihachi does have that sound cue before doing down back 2. He has that hashish, right? So you hear that hashish, you're ducking to block that down back 2. The same can be said for Steve's Lionheart 1+2. I feel as though you can look at the animation and twitch duck. So what people do a lot against this as a counter is backdash. Like, well, Steve, let's say Steve puts you in plus frames, right? After back 1-2. As an opponent, you first backdash, then twitch duck. So what this means is, whilst during the backdash, and then if the Steve player throws out Lionheart 1, you still have enough time to block, right, during the backdash animation. So when you backdash and then twitch duck, if the opponent goes for Lionheart 1+2, that's like the perfect spot for you to twitch duck and duck the Lionheart 1+2, stand up and punish, because it's a twitch duck. It's not a committed duck, right? So you can stand up and punish the Steve player. So it's not a complete perfect counter, but like it works a lot of time. Just try this in practice mode, make the Steve put you in plus frames, Lionheart, then just try this tech and you'll see what I mean. So now the idea behind this tech is replacing the mid mix-up with backsway 1. Now the reason why this works for some reason, and trust me, it works a lot, guys. People will be ducking for their lives against this. It's because the backsway kind of has animation, a similar animation to his Lionheart 1+2. And this is the reason why people duck against this mix-up. Again, like, it guarantees a Sonic Fang on hit, it's safe on block, has some pretty good tracking and range as well. So it's a pretty good alternative to Lionheart 1. You're going to think of it like this. So when you're going to Lionheart in plus frames, his backsway 1 is going to be used as a mix-up for your Lionheart 1+2. However, they can interrupt you. So to stop them from pressing buttons, you're going to be using Lionheart 1 as your conditioning tool. Don't think as Lionheart 1 as a mid mix-up to Lionheart 1+2. Think of it as a conditioning tool for them to not mash buttons when you go into Lionheart stance in a mix-up situation or like plus frame situation. So again, Lionheart into back 3-1 or backsway 1 is going to be the mid mix-up for your Lionheart 1+2. But you won't do this every single time because again, your opponent can mash out of this. So to stop them from mashing, you can use Lionheart 1 as a conditioning tool for them to not start pressing buttons. So of course from Lionheart you can sway left, you can sway right, you can duck cancel as well, and you can also backsway. But the most effective mid mix-up seems to be his backsway 1. You can literally just search for Booberman on YouTube right now and look at his latest match, and Like, I'll bet he did this in literally like the first round, or the first time he goes into Lionheart stance, he uses this as a mid mix-up. Like, I don't know, but it just works. And I think it's because of the animation that he has that kind of looks like Lionheart 1+2. It looks very similar to Lionheart 1+2. So opponents tend to duck a lot. So like I said, it's not really like a game-changing tech. It's not like a crazy tech, but like it's strong, right? It's a strong mix-up tech because Sonic Fang, in hit, you can bring it and go for hit dash for like max damage. I think you can get like what, 54 or something. So it's pretty good if you want to burn your hit. Instead of going for like Lionheart 1, then burn hit as a mix-up, you can go for like Lionheart into backstory 1, boom. They get hit, Sonic Fang, burn the hit dash into forward 2 follow-up. So yeah, it's alright. Not crazy, not game-changing, but it's something I thought I would talk about because people, you might be confused as to why people do this a lot with Steve, Vox, and Lionheart. But guys, it works, trust me. Going to practice mode, just try to defend against it. I bet your ass you're going to be getting hit most of the times. And just go into ranked and try it against a good player and you will see what I mean. So this is what I wanted to talk about. Nothing too crazy, nothing too game-changing. So season 2 is right upon us. I've talked about Steve and what I would want for his character going forward. I do feel also like Steve is in a good place. People have acknowledged how strong Steve is right now. I think it's mostly thanks to Pakistan and Newman CH. I think Pakistan is the first country to put respect on Steve. And I think that has spread now all over the place. So Steve has been being placed in like a high tier or like high A tier or A+, right? Very strong character. So we spoke about the new moves I would want. I would still want a new homing move. I feel also his up back 2 is not enough. I want a big homing move. Steve deserves like a big homing move to make up for that lost down forward 2, bro. Like, it sucks so bad. I would like a bit more damage on his lows. Like, his lows are actually cheeks. Let's give him just a bit Namco, just a little bit of damage, because I feel as though Steve is on the brink of being an S tier character, and giving me something hella good might make this character like super top tier again, and we'll go back to the loop of Steve being strong, everyone playing Steve, and I don't want that for this character. I do want him strong, so like just a bit of low damage on his lows and I would be happy. Like even his QCF 2, like make that shit do something on counter hit, boys. Like why does it's launch punishable and just leaves the opponent crouching, bro? Like let it knock down and give us a guaranteed full crouch down for 2. Like that would be good, right? Because I feel as though the risk is too high for what we get for the slow. So maybe a buff to the slow would be nice as well. Other than that, maybe Sonic Fang War Splat, bring that back. Down forward 2 to give us the full season 1 combo, like without homing move, of course. Like don't make it homing move, but give us the easy mode combo from season 1 Tekken 7. Like that is a very fair buff. Down forward 2 is very linear in this game, very easy to punish as well. So maybe might be asking for too much, but Steve does deserve some love. I am excited for season 2. We need Clive to get nerfed. That 4+2 is just stupid. It's too much, bro. It's so annoying watching Clive spam that shit. I'm excited for the new moves, and I'm also concerned, but I'm excited to see what they do with my boy Steve. I haven't played ranked since I made Tekken the GOD with Steve. I think Steve was my last character to make GOD. Was it Steve or Leroy? One of the two. And I haven't touched ranked since then. I think that's since November, so it's pretty crazy. But I might get back in the grind in season 2. I have not abandoned this game, but there are so many games right now to play. I'm playing some Marvel Rivals, I'm playing Path of Exile 2, Wuthering Waves just came to PS5. So yeah, there's a lot of shit to play right now, so I'm not playing Tekken as much anymore. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but I still love the game and I'm still covering this game. You bet. Like there's a lot coming. I'm disappointed with what they did with the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass has not changed slightly. They did patch out ranked though. I think people are getting punished for plugging, so which is pretty good. So I think things are looking up, right? They are listening. We'll see. But season 2 is kind of like a make or break for me on this game, but like it's still fun. And Virtual Fighter as well looks really sick. I think this will be my next video, bro. Like Virtual Fighter looks really good, right? So look forward to that. So anyway guys, just something I wanted to talk about for my Steve players and just everyone that enjoys Steve content, or if you're looking to counter Steve. I really hope you made it this far, because you know, yeah. So GG my boys, thank you so much for making it this far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, Doria. that like button, and as usual, may the frame data be ever in your favor, my boys. GG. Let me out.